Who? Who? With the squad episode done, I can focus on the slice of life video again. Sorry for the lack of reviews while I worked on the video. I streamed almost every day at 5 p.m. Central Time, but I don't want you Hooties to go without a video from yours Hootie. So I'm going to discuss a video that has been suggested by a fellow Hootie, and now this is the best time. And that is Rugrats Season 3 Episode 6, The Baby Vanishes, where Angelica talks Tommy and Chucky into using vanishing cream or banishing cream to be invisible so they can get some chocolate pie without getting caught by the grown-ups that are busy playing the riveting game of Neurosis, which looks like a jumble of simple board games that make an overly complicated and headache-inducing game, which Party Hoots tried playing with Glip, Cusco, Father Doof, and Rick, but halfway through it, Father got mad and threatened to burn it, so Party has it in his board game collection in the section of nostalgic games that he will never play again. Anyways, when the babies get the pie without the parents seeing them, since they're caught up with the game, Angelica gets an idea. What idea? Well, let's find out in Rugrats Season 3 Episode 6A, The Baby Vanishes. We open to Angelica, smearing on her mom's expensive makeup, and as Drew is acting like a parent, she manipulates him into rolling over like he always does, and tells her meekly to stop wasting her mom's $95 an ounce vanishing cream, and gets the wrong idea about the properties of said expensive cream. Then again, Drew didn't exactly explain it well for her to comprehend what it is.
Well, vanishing cream was something that grown-up people use to make things invisible.
Invisible?
What you should have said was too expensive for you to touch. But Drew's a weak and sad man, so I'm sure he'll get an earful from Charlotte later on for him letting their daughter walk all over him once again. I wonder if Drew spoiling Angelica will be brought up in this episode. But let's get back to Stu and Dee Dee's house, where they get the board game called Neurosis, which Stu is excited to beat Drew in, while Angelica badgers the babies who are just chilling and tells them about the chocolate pie, explaining that if they had vanishing cream, they could get the chocolate pie without getting caught. However, little does Angelica or the babies know, the grown-ups are taking a test to see if their kid is spoiled, and Drew finally has the realization that he's a meek pushover, and Dee Dee and the others basically tell him to just ignore her, and that should stop her from being a spoiled brat, which I can't imagine how that's going to affect the plot from here on. Speaking of which, Angelica takes Dee Dee's mud makeup that isn't even vanishing cream, not saying that I'm an expert in makeup, but she smears a glob on Tommy and Chucky and sends them out to get the chocolate pie. But the grown-ups are too busy trying to comprehend Neurosis that they don't even notice the two making off with the pie, making Angelica think that they are in fact invisible. As Angelica gets another idea. Wanna express your Hoot fan with your femme cheese and friends? Come on down to Hoot Shop, the one-stop shop for all things Hoot in the Dark, where you can get the exclusive Hoot in the Dark shirt, also in hoodie variety. You can also get the Hoot in the Bag organic tote bag, and sippin' like a Hoot mug. Check out the backside. We also have mouse pads and the Hoot in the Dark sticker. So come on down to Hoot Shop and get your Hoot in the Dark merch today. And now, back to the video. So now that she thinks the invisible cream is real, what do you suppose Angelica's gonna do? Why, she's gonna turn herself into a mini Blue Man Group member and walk around into the kitchen and cause some chaos, thinking she's truly invisible, and before Drew blows a gasket seeing her now blue, Dee Dee reminds him that he needs to ignore her, unironically having her think she's invisible, her being a brat, and Drew not trying to pop a blood vessel from the rage he's containing as Angelica acts up. A lot like Father when playing Neurosis. But also, like you would have done anything anyway, skip to my Drew. You would have yelled at her, then fold like a soggy butt napkin when she throws a tactical, "Don't you love me anymore, Daddy?" And then she's back to doing what she wants. We know the cycle, Drew. We know the cycle. Angelica is really pushing Drew's buttons and saying she threw out the Olsen report, which is an apparent multi-million-dollar account, but then Dee Dee throws some tactical moves herself by acting as if she's invisible and saying they'll just eat cookies instead, and even giving Tommy and Chucky cookies. And now Angelica is sad that she actually is invisible and is sad now. Good! What do you think? You can just be a brat and throw a tantrum after tantrum and expect no repercussions for it? You threw out a multi-million-dollar account! The Olsen account, Angelica! Are you insane? But no, let's just act like Dee Dee and say, she's just a child, she makes mistakes, while throwing Dr. Lipschitz at him like he's some know-it-all about the babies. Which all you gotta do is replace the L with D in his name, and you know exactly who he really is. And yes, I know, she is in fact a child, or more specifically a toddler. But if you don't correct her now, like Drew should have done when it started, then she wouldn't be the spoiled brat that she is. And on top of that, she is aware of how to manipulate Drew and sometimes Charlotte into getting what she wants. The problem is that she isn't being disciplined without Drew caving and giving her what she wants. So no, I don't want this, but I can't defense work with Angelica, but I already discussed that in my Drew and Charlotte video. So check that out if you haven't already. But anyways, back to the review. Just as Drew's about to punish Angelica, he overhears her talking about how sorry she is, and like always, caves, and as always, manipulates Drew into getting her ice cream and lists off all the things she wants from the toy store. Things that of course he's going to buy because of course he will. But no, Angelica's a toddler, she doesn't know any better. She's got you all fooled. Well, not you fellow Hooties. You know she's manipulating little brat. And the episodes that show her getting her just desserts, pun intended because she doesn't get any for the bad things she's done, is very satisfying. Anyways, that was Rugrats Season 3, Episode 6, The Baby Vanishes. Thank you for watching, and thanks Tyler for the suggestion. Let me know what you fellow Hooties thought of the episode and the review in the comments. And let me know if you think Angelica was just the worst, or is Drew to blame more? As always, you fellow Hooties' opinions and feedback mean a lot, and I can't thank you all enough for all of your support, old and new Hooties. Don't forget to like, share with your fam and cheese. Subscribe today if you're new and join the Parliament of Hoots. And now it's back to working on my Slice of Life video, and playing High on Life too. Oh, how will I balance them both? Also, let me know how the new mic sounds for videos. I might use this mic for reviews, and the blue snowball mic for streams, and only use the wireless mic for VR streams. But until then, I'll see you when you visit the Owlery again, and I give my hoot in the dark. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, share with your fams, and hype if that's even a thing that's possible for my videos. I don't know what that's about. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe today and join the Parliament of Hoots. Don't forget to check out my other social medias like Twitter and Instagram and even Twitch, even though I'm hardly ever on there anymore, and my PlayStation Network account. Also, check out those videos down there. It'll take you to more of my content. And until then, I'll see you when you visit the Owlery again, and I give my hoot in the dark.